Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, what's up? My name is Sarah. Make sure you drop down below into the comment section, leave your name, say hey, introduce yourself, and most importantly, before you leave, drop down below and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up, and make sure you share this with your friends and family. Leave any video requests you may have down below. Today is actually a requested video by a viewer. She was down in my comments and we were just talking briefly back and forth, and I let her know, hey, if you have any video requests, let me know. And she wanted to see a summer look. So this is what I came up with. Nothing too harsh, no contour, just bronzer, a nice glossy lip, a radiant primer to keep things really nice and fresh, nothing too dark in the eyes. So make sure you stick through the end and see all the steps that I took to get here. I really like it. It's pretty simple. I didn't use too much. There's no wing, there's no lashes, nothing. So let's jump right into the video. Alright, so we're going to try this again. Because I had just started, if my face looks red, it's because I just had to wipe all of the makeup off my face because I was recording this and then I stopped recording this. And anyway, so moving on. Gotta right back into it and start over. Wonderful. So, I'm going to go in with a pore filling primer. I'm going to be using the Tarte Clean Slate primer. This is great for filling in pores or scars or, you know, anything that you really need filled in. For instance, that huge wrinkle on my forehead that I hate, that big freaking thing. I swear we could like grab our floaties and take a dive in and go swimming. That's how deep that crease is in my forehead. I hate it. I'm going to add a little bit to the area right here under my eyes because I have pretty large pores there. I'm using a little bit on my chin, of course the nose. Okay. Normally when I use this product, I use a little spatula, so I'm not like putting my finger in there, but I forgot my spatula upstairs in the beauty room and I'm down in the filming room, so it is what it is. All right, then I'm going to be using the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This is like a radiance primer. It's really nice. It's just going to bring a nice glow to your skin. It's not going to make you greasy or oily or anything of that nature. So, you know what? I'd probably be regretting that, girl. So, I'm sorry I've been like gone. I had a pretty serious knee injury, unfortunately. So I've been stuck on the couch and on the bed and in a chair, and it's been pretty annoying, very painful. So sorry I kind of was slacking on uploading. Trust me, it was killing me. Not being able to film and upload was driving me insane. But here we are. I actually, a few days ago, I sat down to film and I filmed like 3 or 4 videos. And the next day or the day after, I was in bed and I was just laying there resting my knee and editing. I spent hours editing those videos to perfection. The second I was done and I was trying to save them, all of the files were corrupted and I lost everything. I was pretty devastated, so here we are. I was going to use my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. That's my favorite foundation to use when I want a more bright, luminous look. Unfortunately, I'm out of it. I just used like the very little bit that I had left when I started filming this. I'm going to go ahead and use my Sonia Kashuk Soft Focused Satin Matte Foundation. Now, it says matte foundation, but it's not too bad. I don't really have the time to run up and look for another radiant foundation right now, so we're just going to go with this. Okay. Another way to keep your skin looking a little more radiant, a little more dewy for the summer is to spritz your beauty sponge while you're applying your foundation. It's going to keep everything nice and dewy. It's not going to look greasy. It's not going to leave you really wet looking, but it'll just go in a little nicer. And this is the Ego Tool sponge. It's my favorite sponge right now. Favorite. I can't get away from it. It's just so nice. It's got the perfect bounce. It's the perfect shape, perfect size. I just love it. I was die hard for Beauty Blender, and this came out. I don't even play with that Beauty Blender anymore. I think I just use it for my high-end first impressions video, but that was just because it was high-end, girl, and I was trying to stick to the whole theme. But no, I don't really use that anymore. It's a really good sponge. The Beauty Blender is amazing, but if we're being real, no, I definitely prefer this one for sure. Long ass hair was making me nuts, so I had to throw it up real quick. So anyway, I really do love this sponge. Whenever you're going for a more radiant summertime or spring look where you want to look really fresh and awake, I always suggest using a beauty sponge rather than a brush, because you can spray it with any kind of spray that you want to add some more moisture. So that really helps. I know you can spray your brush too, but it's just not the same. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just different. And I love the finish that it gives. Of course, if you prefer to use a brush, use that brush, girl. Do you? I have been breaking out so bad since I had the baby. Oh my god. It's like never ending. It's mostly like blackheads. But every once in a while I'll get like a beast of a blemish. I have one on my nose right now. It's just, it ain't good. It ain't good. I don't like it. So anyway. And I just use about a pump and a half of that, so you don't need much product. That's another big tip. If you use too much foundation, it's gonna look like cake face. It's not gonna look very radiant. It's not gonna give you that look that you want. So I would definitely steer clear from that. Try to use minimal product to get that nice, radiant, bright, awake look. I'm going to set under my eyes real quick. I'm not going to go in with my sponge just because my sponge is so damp right now. And if you use your beauty sponge under your eyes to set and it's too damp, it's going to put like a dollop of thick powder. It's not going to work out very well. So avoid that. I definitely forgot to put my concealer on. But that's okay. That's all right. Not a big deal. To be honest, in the summer I don't really use much concealer anyway, just because it just adds more product to your skin, and that's not going to look very fresh, you know. It's just adding way too much. As a matter of fact, if I did not have rosacea and red skin, I would not use foundation. I would literally go in with some concealer under my eyes, hit my trouble spots, and use maybe like a cream bronzer and call it a day. Honestly, because that would look gorgeous. But unfortunately, I have pretty bad rosacea, and I'm not insecure about it. I just, you know, I don't like to look at it, so I try to cover it. But I am trying to get myself into using, you know, BB creams, tinted moisturizers, things like that don't really have that full coverage. But, you know, I did use the Laura Mercier powder to set my face and under my eyes. I love that powder. It's a little pricey, but it's worth every penny, and you do get a lot of product in here that's going to last you a really long time. So that's probably one of my favorites. I love that one. I love the RCMA No Color powder. I love this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. I will use this to set my face all the time. All of the time. And you can set your under eyes with it. This is just a beautiful powder. So that's a really good one too. Okay, now we're going to bronze. I'm not going to contour today because whenever I want like a summery, radiant, fresh, awake look, I'm not trying to look chiseled. Girl, we ain't hitting the runway. If you want me to do a beach look, because that's totally different. If you want a beach look, makeup that you could wear to maybe like a beach party, pool party, let me know. I'll do that video too, because that's a totally different look. That's a totally different amount of makeup, total different products. So let your girl know if that's what you want, and I will make sure I get that done too. I'm going in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer right now, and this is in the shade Bronze. I think there's two. There's light and there's bronze. So and then, because that ain't enough, honey, we're going to go in with the Elsie. I thought it had another name. I guess it's just the Elsie bronzer in the shade Light. I really, really, really enjoy this. I'm going to use my ridiculously expensive You Don't Need Tom Ford brush. This, first of all, when I first got it, I was a little upset that it wasn't that soft. Then when I washed it, oh, it changed my life. You gotta wash it when you get it, and it makes it so soft and silky. It's just, I love this brush so much, but you don't need it. It's not, I would never tell somebody, hey, you need this $120 some brush. No, you don't. You don't. Now, normally I would not come up so high with my bronzer. A, because I'm so fair, and B, because like I'm like going into blush territory right now. But you want a little bit of like a sun-kissed look. And so you want to kind of hit where the sun would really grab at your face. So. And then, see, with a brush like this that's pretty large, I'll put the product on one side and use it that way. And then what I'll use is the more cleaner side to really buff it out. So it's not like product overload, because that ain't cute. Now, there is a difference between real life makeup and camera makeup. So for camera, I probably need to put on more. I'm not sure how it looks. I don't have like a viewfinder that I can look into. So if it doesn't look like I have much product on, I promise you in real life, girl, I am bronzed. I am bronzed. So next, I am going to go in with highlight. I'm going to go in with highlight before blush for a reason, and I'll tell you why. The highlight I'm going to use is going to be by Becca. This is the Champagne Pop highlight. Normally I mix this with a much lighter highlight because your girl's so pale, but we're just going to go ahead and go in since this is like a summery look. And I'm going to use the Morphe M501. I'm going in with my highlight before my blush, because sometimes when you put on a highlight on top of a blush, it will sit on top of that blush and it ain't gonna blend right. It's just, sometimes you'll run into that problem. So what I like to do is do my highlight first most of the time and then blush, and if I feel like I need to add a little more highlight, I can, and it'll just look blended a lot better. I definitely usually highlight right here. Now for like a good summery look, you're probably getting real sick hearing that word. You want to come up here too. Not on the center of the forehead too much, just a touch, but that's gonna look really good. And then just take any brush and make sure that's really blended so it doesn't look like you got smacked in the face with a ball of glitter, because that, tip of the nose. Now, I know some girls be going in with their nose highlight, and it's cute. It is cute. I like it. But I try not to go a little too overboard on my nose. It just ain't for me. I am about that Cupid's bow, though. Another really good highlighter that is much more affordable is the Wet n Wild highlighters. They have really good highlighters. So don't be afraid to go drugstore, because you don't need high-end products to get a high-end look. Now, you used to have to. That used to be the case, because drugstore was not always popping how it is now. For blush, I'm going to go with Milani's Baked Blush, and this is in the shade Luminoso. I was going to go in with NARS's Orgasm, but I feel like this is a little more peachy, so I definitely wanted to shoot for that. And I'm going to use the Too Faced Love Flush Blush in the shade I Will Always Love You. This is just more matte and a little more pigmented. So I kind of like to mix these two to really get where I want to be. I'm going to use the Morphe M530. It's seen better days. My kids got a hold of it, so, but it's a good brush, so I'm still going to use it. I love peach-like blushes for summer. Oh, it's my favorite. And then I'm going to go in with an MUA Professional Makeup Academy stippling brush with that Too Faced blush. This is a little sheen too, but it's nowhere near the Luminoso, I don't think, in my opinion at least. So it'll tone down that sheen right on the apple of your cheeks. I'm gonna go back in with a little more highlight. Now, I'm not going to contour my face, but I am going to contour my nose. I'm just going to use this e.l.f. crease brush. It's like one of their smaller crease brushes. And to contour my nose, I'm just going to use Hoola Light. I don't really suggest this product to bronze. It's a little too cool, I think. So I think it's really nice for a contour powder if you're really fair. I know some people get away with bronzing with this, and I've used it that way. I definitely have, I do. But I don't think it's warm enough. I think it's definitely an in-between for bronzer and contour. Okay, we're going to go in on the eyes. Everybody, I feel, has been talking about all these great palettes that have been coming out. Trust me, yes, they are great. Or ColourPop shadows, those came out. Everybody got really excited for their singles. You know, everybody's just so excited about all this new stuff, and I am still obsessed, crazy in love with my Makeup Geek shadows. They are still so bomb. I hope nobody's forgetting about them because they're still like my favorite. They're so good. ABH has good shadows too, but I only buy those during like their Black Friday sale because usually they're like, I think 60% off, because I'm not trying to pay $10 to $12 for an eyeshadow. It ain't happening, especially when Makeup Geeks are like $5 to $6. I know I think their foiled ones are more. I think they're 10, but I don't get those too often. When I do, A, they're worth the money, and B, usually they're on, to be for real, a lot of the times they're on sale. So I get them for $5 to $6 anyway. So I kind of stay with the Makeup Geek. I definitely have a Z palette that I've started for my ABH palettes, but I don't have nearly as much as I do Makeup Geek. I have like 2 Z palettes full of Makeup Geek. I really enjoy their shadows. Their formula is perfect, to be honest, perfect. And they have so many colors and finishes and everything. Something for everybody. Something for every single skin tone. So I love that. That's what I love about Freedom palettes like this, where you can pick your colors and make them, because everybody can get the perfect thing for them. You know, not everybody is the same color. So not every color is going to work the same for everybody. My crease color may not be your crease color at all. So, you know, I kind of try to really support brands that work for everybody, because I feel like they care about their consumers. You know, they look out for everybody. If there's a brand that's only making makeup to suit me, you know, what good does that do you? So, I mean, yeah, there's going to be brands I use that unfortunately probably don't suit everybody's skin tone or everybody's preferences, and I'm not going to not use them, but I will try my best to remember to recommend, you know, another alternative that might work for you. So I'll try to stay on top of that too. I just use my face setting powder to set my eyes. Just to do that real quick. And I used the NARS primer. I've really been liking this. This is their smudge proof eyeshadow base. This is really nice. I like that. The only thing I will say is it's not like tinted, so it's not gonna, you know, cancel out any discoloration or cover up any veins or anything you might have going on, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna go in with Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie. I love this shadow. I don't know how I'm not pan on this. I don't know how I've not reached pan, because I use this shadow just about every single time I do my eye makeup. I'm going to go on with a Morphe M504. It's a really big, fluffy brush. And I'm just going to work that into my upper crease and go down low, like go down a little lower as I go. And build that up in there. Make sure you're really blending this in. Even though it's such a light color and it's not leaving a lot on my skin tone, the more blended you get your shadows, the nicer they're going to look. So always blend. Blend, blend, blend. I probably spend most of my life blending out eyeshadows. That's fine. The next shadow I'm going to go in with is Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek. I'm going to probably stop saying that because it's going to drive everyone crazy. now I'm going to go in with, I know you're in here, I know it, my Sigma E40. This is a really great blending brush as well. Sigma brushes are fantastic. I love their brushes. They are definitely pricier than, you know, like Morphe or Crown brushes, but I think they're worth it. I really enjoy them, and you can get them on sale. Sign up for their email. I just recently got the copper set. I got that bad boy 40% off, girl. 40% off. I ain't playing. They ain't playing me. I ain't buying nothing at full price if I don't have to. Just popping that in my crease too. I'm not putting more on the outside or more on the inside. I'm keeping it pretty even. Then I'm going to go back in with that 504 and really blend that bad boy out. I'm going to go in with the Sigma E25. I really love this brush. It's almost like a flat paddle. It's really nice. It gets in the crease really good, the outer V really good, right at your lash line pretty good, so I dig it. I'm going to go in, this is another Makeup Geek shadow with Frappe. I always tap the excess off so I'm not going in hot, and you know, you can always add more. It's kind of hard to take away, so I'm not going to be putting a ton of this on. I'm going to put a little bit now, and I'm probably going to add a little bit in a few minutes, because I'm going to add this bomb ass shadow. And I don't know how much I want of other, you know, colors around it, so we can always add some more. Okay. I did zoom in just a little bit while I restarted my camera, so hopefully that'll help a little bit. From now on, whenever I'm doing like if I'm doing a straight tutorial, then I'll have my husband Eric help me film, and he can zoom in better when I need to. Okay, now we are going to go in with a L'Oreal shadow. This is one of their infallible shadows. It claims to be 24-hour wear. That's a pretty serious accusation. I think I'm going to get a ton of 24-hour clean makeup and put that to the test. And I think I'm going to do waterproof too. We're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to get real up in here. I don't know. We're going to spill the tea, because I can't stand some claims that ain't true. But anyway, we're going to go on with this. This is in the shade Amber Rush. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. I love this shadow. It is so nice. I didn't buy this. My husband did. All the time he'll be at the store, you know, Walmart, wherever. And sometimes more often than not, he'll run through, you know, the cosmetic lines and just see if there's anything that he thinks I'd like that he doesn't think I have, and he surprises me with some goodies like that all the time, so I love him. He's so cute. I'm going to use a MAC 242. I really love this brush for anything foiled or duochrome or shimmery. It's just a lot better. I'm going to spray my brush a little bit with the MAC Fix Plus. It's just going to help that shadow grab to the brush, and it's going to make it a little more poppin'. I love this. It's like a pressed pigment. It's so good. This is so good for summer and spring, honestly. I would love this for spring too. I dare someone to say they don't love this color. I dare them. Don't mess with me. Don't try me today. This is gorgeous. This is crazy. Now, to help avoid harsh lines, when you start getting to the edge of where you want that shadow, just kind of start lifting your brush and almost like flicking it. You will get a little fallout, nothing crazy, But don't worry, because we can always brush that off. It's not the end of the world. I know there'd be some girls on YouTube that are throwing fits like, all this fallout. Like, it's going to happen. If you want a really good quality shadow, most of the time, they're going to have some fallout. It ain't the end of the world, chick. Okay. God, I love it. I just love this. I love it. I'm going to add a little more. Yes. I'm going to do the other eye real quick, probably off camera, just to get the ball really rolling. Okay, so I have that Amber Rush on my left eye now. Now, I'm going to take that M504 and just kind of tap it around in case there's anything that is like hanging out that's about to fall off. I'll just get rid of that now so it doesn't fall on our mascara later. So I think this is really pretty. I'm going to leave it here. You can always add some more of that frappe in the outer V to deepen it up a little bit. To take this day to night, that's what I would do. I would pop in a darker color in the outer V, maybe smoke out some of that frappe, maybe a darker brown right up real tight to that lash line. I don't think I'd throw black in here, honestly, because it's going to just take it a little too dark. And to keep it more fresh, I'd leave it with your brown tones. So I love it. I'm not going to do a wing because that's going to be a little too dramatic. It's going to close your eyes off a little bit, and I just want to keep it really nice and open. I'm not going to use any black liner at all. If you are going to use falsies, I would use black, like a black coal in your upper waterline, just to make sure that your lash line looks really thick. So that way you don't really see any separation between your real lashes and your fake lashes. You could also do a very tiny, teensy bitty little line on your upper lashes just to help with that too, the barrier between your real and your fake lashes. So, but I really love that. Since our eye is so metallic, I'm going to go with a more matte brow bone highlight. I love that this video was requested. So if you have a video on your mind that you want to see me do, let me know, because I would love to do it. I think it's really cool that we can like interact that way. I love it. I think it's so cool. Where else can you do that? Pretty soon, I'm going to leave like a PO box down below in the description box. So if you want to send me anything, any cute letters, or if you live somewhere outside of the US and you want to send like a postcard, oh my gosh, that'd be incredible. How cool would that be? Then that will be down there. I'll also put my email down there. If you want to email me, that would be really cool. Anything like that, I think would be awesome. I love that, how YouTube is like a community and people can really talk and relate with each other, and it's almost like you're hanging out, but while you're at home. It's really cool. I'm going to fill in my brows really quick using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Soft Brown. I'm also going to do this off camera just because it's brows. It's not that exciting. I can always do a brow tutorial if you want to see how I do my brows. I think I'm going to change it up soon too, so. Okay, my brows is on the bench. Okay, so we are going to hit that lower lash line. I'm going to use my Sigma E20 to do this. You can use a flat definer brush, a really small blending brush, flat shader, short shader. Use what you got. Okay, so I'm going to go under the entire lower lash with that first shadow, the Peach Smoothie. I know I lean down like really far into my mirror, but like I said, when I do like flat out tutorials, or if I'm using some kind of, you know, really detailed technique, then I will make sure I am like up close and personal in your face. So now I'm going to go into that creme brulee color and go in about 3/4 of the way. Okay, now we're going to take frappe and just stick on the outer portion of that. Okay. And that's it for the lower lash line. For my inner corner, I have to put some kind of something there. I'm going to go in with this Makeup Geek Shimma Shimma right here. This is a beautiful highlighting shade. I really like it. And just because more is more, just like a tad right there near the tail of that Shimma Shimma. I just think it would, yeah, it's just so pretty. Okay, eyes are done. Eyes are done, except for mascara. Okay, so I'm gonna spray my face with my setting spray first. Okay, whenever you want to look really radiant, or if it's summer and you want to look really glowy, first I would go in with like a fixing mist, like MAC Fix Plus. A lot of brands have like a fixing mist. And you're gonna let that dry. And then you're going to go with a setting spray, which is going to help with the longevity of your makeup. I'm going to use the Morphe Prep and Set. Yeah, I really like this. It has a super fine mist. It really helps with the longevity of your makeup. It's almost got like a tack to it. It's very, very little. It's not anything crazy. I always go overboard. But your fixing sprays, your setting sprays, they are going to really help get those powders to like melt into your skin. And you can always go over with your beauty sponge to really help it go into that skin and last really long. Okay. Now I'm going to curl my lashes with my Tarte eyelash curler. I'm not going to use falsies. I was going to, but I'm not actually going anywhere, so I don't want to waste the lash and glue. So I definitely recommend using an eyelash curler. It makes a pretty big difference. I always go at the base pretty lightly and then like midway the lash. Okay. I'm also going to put on some brow gel real quick. This is going to keep your brows on for a week. This is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. This is like Gorilla Glue for your brows. I love this stuff. I decided to go in on my lower lid with this nude eye pencil. This is by Rimmel, I think. Yeah. This is just an eye kohl and it's a nude. And it's just going to help open your eyes, make them look a little more bright and big. So, I don't know if you can tell, but to me it makes a pretty big difference. So, I'm going to go into my lower lashes with the Wet n Wild Mega Length. This is a waterproof mascara. It's got a really tiny one. I know everyone loves the MAC Giga Black Lash, but it's like 18 bucks. This is $2.99. It's a no-brainer. It works really good. I'm going to save my dollar bills and use this. Okay, if you have a mascara that you've had, it's not necessarily fresh, and your wand is getting kind of clumpy and yucky, take a wipe or a paper towel, not toilet paper, and, you know, get all that excess product off of your wand, because it's going to like rejuvenate it and like clean it, you know, it's like spring cleaning. It's just going to make it perform a lot better. So then you can go back into the barrel, get some product. Never pump your mascara. You are just pumping bacteria into it, and then you're putting that bacteria onto your eye. That's not good. This is my all-time favorite mascara. All-time favorite. Yes, I know I'm missing lashes on this eye. I had chickenpox, it's scarred. The lashes won't grow back. It's not the end of the world. Now I'm trying to decide what lip I want to go with. I definitely want to go glossy. I definitely want to gloss on top of whatever I do. Okay, for lips I'm going to be going in with ColourPop, and I'm going to be using the Curvy pencil and the Curvy Extra or Ultra Glossy Lip. These are gorgeous, and for summertime I love a glossy lip. ColourPop's pencils are so inexpensive. They're around $5, and they are so creamy and they work so good. Okay. I really love this lip. I think it's really pretty. I think it's very flattering. It will go with like so many eye looks. So this is the final look. I think this is perfect for summer. This is your perfect summer look. You have a nice glossy lip. Your makeup looks pretty fresh. Nothing looks cakey. There's not too much going on. I really love this look. Plus you get that full coverage too. And remember, you can always go in with a lighter coverage foundation and a more radiant coverage foundation, and that will make it look even better, to be honest. Just with my skin type, I like a little more coverage. So keep that in mind. So yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, or video requests, make sure you leave that down below in the comments, and make sure you share this video, give your girl some love, give this video a big thumbs up. You know you want to. Give this video a big thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next video.